Begin with that fatal boat explosion on the Hudson River. It happened just after 10:30 this morning at 138th Street and the Hudson River on a New York City-owned sewage transport boat. The deadly accident took the life of a 59-year-old male Department of Environmental Protection employee. Mayor Eric Adams released a statement saying, in part, this devoted public servant gave 33 years of service to New York City, and our hearts go out to his family, friends, and colleagues during this painful time. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo joins us from West Harlem with the latest developments. Anthony.
Joe, sad story tonight. Fire officials say that DEP worker who was killed was blown by the force of that explosion to an area between the pier and the sewage vessel itself. You see the vessel there right behind me. We saw both fire marshals and ATF police on deck trying to...
Well, people, here's another one. Here's another one. Let me thank 007 for texting me. We're going back and forth yesterday evening, and she sent this to me, and I appreciate that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friendship Pierce. Welcome to Friendship Blue, May 25th of 2025, 9:09 a.m. It's Sunday. Another day the Lord has made. Let us be glad in it. Well, another issue in New York with a boat, and another issue in New York, period. Look at the pattern, people. If it's not on the water, it's a stabbing. If it's not a stabbing, it's something in relation to politics. When I first started watching Batman, and I heard the name Gotham City, it never sat well with me. When I went to New York the very first time, and I ventured out, I felt a dark haze. And put in the comment section if you feel that way. I felt a dark haze. And it wasn't fog, people. It was a spirit. And I've always said since that point, there is something unique about New York when it comes down to a spirit. So yeah, we have 2 injured and 1 person died. If there's ever a video that is coded, it's this one. It's coded. And what is it telling us? Well, allegedly what it's telling us, again, this is Donald Trump's home turf, okay? And I have said that the top 3 places where Donald J. Trump will become unalive, it will be New York. And I'm itching to think, you know what? Here's a situation happening in New York. And Trump was in New York yesterday. Don't know where he's at today, probably still there. He was at the West Point and he gave his speech. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out. I did a video on West Point yesterday. I went historic because the late JFK spoke at West Point, and I believe I tied it together. You see, because people, they speak, the power speak from history. And God gave me that gift where I can take history, connect it to today, and give you a presentation. That's how much God loves us. So we can understand, not just to see, but to understand, to have discernment. Do you know every time that you are able to understand not just the event, but the ingredients of how they formulate a lot of these incidents, the keener you are? You ever thought of it like that? It's the clues, it's the codes, it's the colors, it's the confirmation from time, which includes the dates and conclusion. When you become more sensitive as to really what's going on, it will help you in so many aspects of your life, period. And when you think about it, symbolism is the foundation. It's the bloodline of the darkness that surround us. Maybe this is the true snake that was in the garden. Maybe that's his true personality, the symbolism. And so let's venture into this thing, because I want to show you guys a few things. And may the person rest in peace. My condolences.
So this was a sewage transport boat. It's unclear what led to this explosion, but one man is dead and 2 others injured. The name of the deceased has not been released. However, the New York City Department of Environmental Protection telling us he was an employee of 33 years. It happened just after 10:30 this morning in Hudson River and West 138th Street. It was a New York City-owned motor vessel named Hunts Point. According to fire officials, the explosion started in one of the holds on the boat. They say the 3 DEP employees were working on a vessel docked at the North River Wastewater Resource Recovery Facility in West Harlem when the explosion occurred. The explosion was so big that one of the workers was fatally blown by the force. His body...
Explosion, blown away. Explosion, blown away. Explosion, blown away. It appears gradually, the powers are showing us that possibly there will be something going on in the air in the future, and it will be an explosion in the air. Oh yeah. Now, this is one of the most unique videos I've ever covered. You see this here? It's not purple, it's not red, maybe it's off berry, I don't know. And then you got this color here. I've been teaching the Phoenician colors, and there are videos that I've created in the past. The main video that I've come up with is, let's see. It's In Our Face, I think. Is it in our face? Let me see if I get lucky. Will I get lucky? There it is there. Hallelujah. You see this here, people? This is symbology. Straight up. This is symbology. When you see these 2 colors together, it's like a purple and a Tiffany blue. It won't always be exactly the same color. But these are the colors of the people who used to run the earth, the Phoenicians. On the coastline, way back in the day. They were seamen. They went out to the sea and they hunted for seashells and clams. In that seashell and clam was a purple dye. Only the royalty could afford that, you see? The peasants, the common people couldn't afford it. There's a status connected to that color. The other color is Tiffany blue. They made their vases and artifacts and things like that. And for some crazy reason in this generation, the powers are utilizing these 2 colors to speak. Ain't nothing wrong with the colors. You can wear them. They're beautiful colors. But Satan utilizes these colors to speak. Okay? When he does things through people who serve him, they speak. The other colors they utilize are red and gold or orange and gold. That's the sun god Ra. This is the power. You think it's coincidence, allegedly, that back in the day in 1984, Prince had the song Purple Rain, and everybody thought it was the R-A-I-N, and I broke the story back in 1984, and I said it's the R-E-I-G-N, the reign of the coming Antichrist. It's the rain, the purple rain, the R-E-I-G-N. That's what I believe it meant. This is what's coming. And so when you see these videos, people, and please watch this video, I'll put it in the description. And there's the other color, the orange and the gold, sun god Ra. When you see these videos, you'll see how subtly they put this stuff right in your face. See the combination of colors? Right in your face. The average person has no idea what they're looking at on a daily basis. That there is a power that is emerging. That's right, it's coming back. Now let's go here.
Approximately 10:33 hours, there was the FDNY received a report of an explosion aboard the motor vessel, New York City-owned motor vessel, Hunts Point. Upon arrival, units discovered that a large explosion had occurred in one of the holds on the tank. This vessel transports raw sewage from New York City to the sewage treatment plant. There were 2 civilians injured, a 3rd civilian, unfortunately.
Now, this is how they speak as well in numbers. You see that? 222. It's right there. And then we'll do the whole number at the same time. We'll show you that. This is how they speak. They're very crafty. They're very slick. 222. Donald Trump Sr., 7th King Trump, the Beast of Revelation 222, Antichrist 222, Antichrist Barack Obama 222. All that. That's what that's about. 222. But add it across. 222, 9338. 222 is 6 plus 9, 15. 3 is 18. 3 more is 21. And A makes it 22. A is the first letter of the alphabet, 222. But you got it all together here. 222, flip the 9, that's 666. This thing is super coded. They know what they're doing, allegedly. They show you right in your face. And what is what is the other 22? Well, remember we had iPad Go 2 and iPad Go 2. Barack Obama is sweating the V because something disastrous is coming. Soon as he begins to sweat, he sees the American flag shred in two and all the buildings and everything begins to crumble because everything is going down. Okay? See it? And see people, they speak in so much code. See the American flag blowing in the wind? And at some point, it literally separates. This is the tale of America. They're telling you allegedly ahead of time what's coming. This boat transported raw sewage. What is that telling you, people? It's garbage. Something has died. You get it? A raw sewage boat exploded. America got to the point where it was so old and decrepit, the phoenix bird, the Phoenician bird that was mile high in the air has landed, and now ain't nothing but sewage, psychological. Our churches, our political institutions, our financial institutions, it's become raw sewage. And now it has exploded. Do you understand? In other words, time is up. Do you understand the symbology? They're speaking without speaking. Now let's look at this last one here. Check this out. They did this one without words, but it's so coded. Just imagine this person just auditioning, but the colors are there. Watch this. I'm gonna point. See him there? Look at it. What is that? The sun god Ra colors, like he's auditioning. See the colors? Why the camera got camera on him that long? See, and there's your two colors again, the blue and the, like the off, whatever, purple, whatever, I don't know what color it is, but that's the combination of colors. And he keep going back to my man with the orange and the gold on. This is the story that they tell. See it? The sun god. The sun god. Now who is the sun god? Sun god Ra. This is similar to what the Roman Empire has a sun god, Sol Invictus. Well, so did Egypt. And that's what this is about. This is what they're about. See the colors? This is for the end time, people. This is all for the end time. And they're telling us. It exploded, it's old, it's done. America is done. And the leader of America is gone. It's raw sewage. It is blown up. And one man died. Get it? One man has died. You understand all the symbology? Now let's look at this here. They said the guy was 59 years old. 59. And he spent 33 years working. So I took it as a date. 5/9/2026, 3/3/2025. The difference is 1 year, 9 weeks, and 4 days. What's 194? The 194th day of the year, people, is July 13th. What happened on July 13th? They tried to waste him. They tried to waste him through this. Hit in the head in Butler, Pennsylvania. Do you understand? Raw sewage. They tried to waste him. But he said, fight, fight, fight. Did he not? It's deep. How did number come out to that? To me, that's how they speak. The place is called Hunt Points, right? The boat was called Hunt's Points. Come out to 48. What is 48? Remember on April 8th last year, there was an eclipse came across the earth with an X. X means you're eliminated. Out of all the boats they had, this was the raw sewage, Hunt's Points. Then look at this other name, Sewage Boat. Sewage Boat. The 98th day of the year is April 8th. X Day. X Day, the 98th day of the year is April 8th. The day that the X came across the earth. Remember that? I just talked about that, right? And then look, Sewage Boat come out to 55. Why is that important? Well, Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Look, when you got the gift, you can pull it apart, baby. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old, right? And then the Hudson River, it happened on the Hudson River. Come out to 63 twice. 3 legs of 666. 666, that's the way I look at it. 3 sixes. You split it, 666. Hudson River. Explosion. That also comes out to 48. Come on, baby. April 8th is an eclipse. Oh, yeah. Now, the mayor gave his response as natural. Look at his birthday. The mayor of New York, Eric Adams. What did he say? Now, this is September 1st. This is his birthday. Take September 1st, 2025. Birthday coming up. Versus the day of the incident, which was yesterday, 5/24/2025. The difference is 312. In other words, 3 months, 1 week, and 2 days from now, from this incident, is his birthday. What happened? What is 312? Trump won by 312 votes when he beat Kamala Harris. Did he not? When he beat Kamala Harris to become president. That's what he did. It's deep, y'all. Let me see if this thing got anything to do with 11/5, now that I think about it. Who knows? 11/5. Who knows? Well, it could. Because we got 201. 201. And when you think about 201, you got to think about a certain word you put in front of that. Remember that? But yeah, isn't that something? This thing is speaking, people. They are trying to tell us something. They're trying to tell us something. 9-1. 9-1. And like I said, Trump won by 312 votes. Trump beat Kamala Harris by 312 votes. Well, it was with 312 votes. What are the odds? They're speaking. In other words, In other words, this incident allegedly was about Trump. He's the one, along with the sewage, that took the blast. That's what they're telling you. I can't make it no simpler. This is how they speak, people. They create these events, I believe, to speak. And I just want you to know, God bless you. I will be downtown Chicago around 2 p.m. They're going to have a George Floyd anniversary. Today marks the 5th year that George Floyd died. I will be downtown. I'm going to try to interview some people. I got a surprise for you guys. If you can, join me live. I'll be downtown today, 5:25. Today, Sunday, I'll be downtown, 2 p.m. God bless you and family.